What's so incredibly hard about a dismissive avoidant, like abruptly leaving, is that there's just this like profound lack of resolution. And what happens when you don't have that resolution is that it's really easy for your mind to then go into constant ruminating. Because if you don't have answers, then you just start filling in the blanks yourself. And if you're a more anxious type, what you're gonna start filling the blanks with is just the worst fucking shit you can ever think of. You're gonna catastrophize, you're gonna make everything very personal. Like for the first few months at least, no matter what I was doing, no matter where I went, every thought that I had was about him and about the relationship, and constantly had these thoughts just circling. I could not make them stop. And one thing I constantly tortured myself with was this feeling that if I could only just put into words the right thing to say to him, then I could get some kind of resolution, or I could like open up the conversation and I could get him to see it from my side, and then maybe he would want to come back and like try to work things out. I just have to be able to word this really carefully. Like if I'm just really cautious about the way I say it in a really loving and understanding way, not being too pushy, not being too this, not being too that, then, maybe he'll have some humanity and it'll, he'll want to have a conversation with me. And all that ever did was just lead me to being profoundly let down, because I would text him, or I would try to text him, and if I did get a response, half the time I didn't. If I did get a response, it would be just literal nothingness, like the shortest, most vague answer ever. And one thing that, I don't know what month it was, maybe like month 5, but I really had to decide to mentally close the door. Like I had to really just accept what was going on, and that I was not going to get some kind of resolution that I was looking for, because the resolution is in the person leaving. And that's what's really hard for anxious people, is that we don't want that to be true. We want it to be anything else other than that. Like maybe they just need some time to work through it, and then they're going to come back and they're going to have some other reason, blah, blah, blah. The resolution is in them leaving. And we have to accept that. Nothing we say is going to magically change the fact that they're avoidant. And the sooner that you're able to mentally close that door and just truly accept what's going on, like radical acceptance, like this is happening right now. It's supposed to be happening. It's going to lead me onto the next thing. This is my course correction. This needs to be happening. It was only going to happen. Now I just have to move on.